Hello and welcome to this page in my daily sketchbook, and this sketchbook is one of my hardback moleskin sketchbooks, and this one I've been working on throughout the last year. So I say this is a daily sketchbook, but this is a sketchbook that contains a lot of my drawings, doodles, writings, and just one that goes into my bag, my pocket, or I just carry around with me wherever I go. And I wanted to tell you the story behind this page here. Now, this sketchbook has been on many travels, and this year I went to visit the Isle of Wight, which is a beautiful little island at the south of the UK. And I went there for a week's holiday with my family, and so my sketchbook came along with me. Now, one of the things that myself and I know many people struggle with when it comes to sketching is time for sketching. We're very busy, we have family to look after, we have stuff going on, work, whatever it might be. So dealing with how to sketch when you're short of time is something that I think is always a little bit of a challenge. And so to counteract this, I have these daily sketchbooks, these sketchbooks that are portable enough, they can go in bags with me wherever I go. And I always take a sketchbook on holiday. So we were having a wonderful day trip down to a place called the Needles in the Isle of Wight, and this is a very famous rocky outcrop on the Isle of Wight that has a lighthouse, and there's a wonderful beach down there. And so as a family we went in these cable cars, a little bit scary, so if you don't like heights, perhaps just take the steps. And we went down these cliffs down to the beach, and we were waiting for a little boat trip to go out to see the lighthouse, so you can go on a boat and you can travel across here. And so myself and my daughter, who is 6, we got out some sketchbooks. So it was a little pocket of time. We had a 20-minute wait, looking at the sea, just walking along the seafront before the boat trip was ready to take us to go and have our little trip. And so all I had with me was a pencil and this sketchbook. My pencil, I like to have one that's got a little rubber on the end. It just means I've got one material, one tool to take with me. And both of us sat down there on this rocky beach and just sketched. And because I wasn't sure how long I would have, I started with this small sketch here. And again, this probably took me sort of about 5 minutes. And I tried to do a sort of slightly more detailed, accurate one. But then I just wanted to kind of get into the atmosphere and the rockiness of the cliffs. And so we've got these slightly more sketchy varieties here as well. And these are, again, just pencil sketches done in 5 to 10 minutes. This whole selection of sketches here was done entirely within a 20-minute period. And whilst I was doing this, my daughter had grabbed a small sketchbook and was sketching as well. So we fitted in this sketch into a little pocket of time whilst on holiday. So sketching, I always think, is not something you have to do completely on your own in the perfect environment. You know, this wasn't the perfect environment. It was a bit windy. I had people trying to look over my shoulder and see my sketchbook. My daughter was sketching, asking questions. My other half was walking up and down the beach. But it was a really wonderful atmosphere. And when I open this sketchbook page now, it takes me back to that day in July when I was sat on Allen Beach, looking at the beautiful coloured sands, looking at the slightly active sea, and we went on a slightly active boat ride about 10 minutes later. And so it's a wonderful record of the occasion, an exploration in pencil, but also it's just a time where, you know, perhaps I might not have sketched. But if I've got this portable sketchbook with me and a pencil, you can take it out, you can sketch wherever you happen to be, even when you've got other people around. And it's a really fun thing to do and a wonderful record of somewhere you might go. So perhaps next time you go out on a family holiday or a day out, just pop a sketchbook in your bag. And when you've got a little wait, or you're sitting down to have a coffee, a sandwich, you're waiting to get in a queue for something, waiting to go on a trip, just bust out your sketchbook and sketch what you see. I hope that is interesting, and that just tells you a little bit of that story behind this sketchbook page done in July 2023. Speak to you soon.